quartet of musicians, and they're doing this requiem, and they go to these different places, and they're recording on ships and in caves and in all these different areas, and in glaciers and stuff like that. And that was cool. That was cool to see them. A guy out there with a cello playing, and then throughout the whole thing, this requiem is playing, which was clearly like a 45-minute requiem. It seems like it came from a theater piece.
Epic film, a number of musicians take a voyage to Greenland to perform their music with a variety of instruments such as saxophone, trombone, drum, trumpet, sousaphone, and cello. They find themselves performing out in nature, and the cinematography is simply stunning. At the water's edge, on boats, on rocks, on frozen tundra, in front of gorgeous mountains and icebergs. And their music is so soulful, given the Requiem theme. Also impressive are the various classical choirs that perform, a co-ed group, a female choir who performs in front of a small church, a male choir in wool sweaters, often performing in a fascinating cave with a natural skylight. I love the acoustics in the cave. The film was absolutely mesmerizing. Watching it, I really feel as if I've traveled there as well. Great job.
Music, the singing, the instrumentals were absolutely amazing to listen to. Really, really beautiful sounds. I thought it was really cool also to see the different footage of the musicians either inside and kind of the environment I expected them to be in, and then kind of all dressed up in snow pants and toques and climbing over icy crevices and carrying their instruments and going through checkouts and checkpoints at airports. I thought that was really interesting, and I loved the footage of the outside world. I thought it was a really creative way to approach it. It definitely captured a sense of sadness for the environment and the world, and also a sense of beauty that I think just comes from choir style music singing. So a really cool piece to watch. Kind of reminded me of the Vienna Philharmonic televised special, but in a more somber focus on nature way.
It was a fun journey. Wasn't really expecting that. That was quite enjoyable. The cinematography, the photography in this was just so gorgeous. Some of the sequences were downright hypnotic. The way that the filming just supported the soundtrack, which was quite intricate and lovely, and it just brought me on its own kind of voyage. So the two of them just married together quite nicely, and it was a very enjoyable half hour. I was just transported to different locations, and the superimposition of the nature and the technology and the urbanism at the beginning, just the way that the editing was done, and the way the images were brought forth to reflect what was going on musically, was quite well done. Hats off for that. I appreciated the little bits of humor that were put in also. The moments of levity that were inserted into this long form storytelling, almost like a long form music video. Quite engaging characters and scenery, and like I said before, the visuals, the cinematography, all of it came together just quite beautifully.
This was incredible. I mean, I took so many notes because it was incredible. I loved the cello over the water. I loved the cello. Just the look of the cello was gorgeous. The music was amazing. Every bit of that music was incredible. The singers, the choirs, both the male, the female, the mixed, the 4-part a cappella at the end. The icebergs were gorgeous. I don't know how those 4 instrumentalists stood on the snow and got those instruments to sound that good. I mean, unless they dubbed it in later, because playing instruments in that extreme cold, it's hard to get them to play properly in that extreme weather. And hold tune. I don't know how they did it, unless they actually dubbed it in later. That just dawned on me. I love this so much. That visual of the male choir in the sweaters singing in that crater, being like in that crater, and beautiful. Just gorgeous. This film is gorgeous to look at. The sound mixing is incredible. The journey is incredible. I really loved every second of this. So congratulations.
Great piece overall. It was such a great love letter to Greenland, and I feel like it was able to accomplish the goal of showing the viewers around the island and kind of exploring everything that it had to offer. There's so many beautiful shots in it, obviously, because of just the environment that is Greenland, and just the cities itself and everything about it was just so fun to watch. Back behind that was like the amazing choir and the vocals and everything that was happening. So it was just a very mesmerizing performance overall. And something that I really did like about it was never really stoic for a long time. It was a constant move. It was switching from one environment to the next, and it was just so incredible to imagine the band and the musicians kind of traveling around with their instruments, playing in this open field, and to just like nature in general. So it was just a very beautiful piece overall. And yeah, it just obviously, I'm sure it will make everyone just want to go visit Greenland eventually.